Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Ash and Rima from Mass Effect Odyssey, and today we are going to be bringing you a longer video. This is basically us doing a leak recap. What we mean by this is many months ago, everyone knew at the beginning of the year, or towards the beginning of the year, there was this big leak on Reddit about all things Mass Effect, and loads of factoids came out of it, and nobody knew whether it was right or wrong, or this or that, or whether this was confirmed, or whether that was confirmed, or whether it was even set in the Andromeda Galaxy. Nobody knew at that point. We're now many months down the line, and we've had at least 2 trailers now. We've had an N7 day, we've had concept art, we've had a lot more than we had back then, and some confirmations have been made, others are a bit still up in the air. So we decided that we're going to have a look back at the leak and take the main points from that and see what's been confirmed, if it's been confirmed, and the supporting facts to back it up as well. So, Rima?
So I apologise if I hear rustling papers because I've got like
yes,
notes
we
in
have
front.
notes, yes.
So yeah, we took the leak. We kind of sat down one night and we basically just broke down the leak into points that we thought were important, and then we looked at evidence that's come out throughout the year and kind of see whether there's some support for the leak, if it's been confirmed, if it's not been confirmed, and then we kind of took some points that we thought hadn't actually been mentioned in the leak at all that have actually come out already. So we gathered 11 points from the leak that we thought were important. They're all pretty brief, but we got some evidence to go with it. So the first point was, and most of them are quotes. So the first quote was, Mass Effect game takes place in the Helius Cluster, which is a cluster in the Andromeda Galaxy. So we said that it has been confirmed, obviously, that it's in the Andromeda Galaxy, because the game is called Mass Effect Andromeda. Mm-hmm. But it's unconfirmed whether it's going to take place in the Helius Cluster. The leak said the Helius Cluster is about 100 solar systems in the Andromeda Galaxy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. We don't know whether we're idiots or not. We had a look and try to find out more about the Helius Cluster. It doesn't seem to be a thing. It's not really a real thing. So, which we're happy for people to tell us that we're wrong. If you can find something to kind of tell us that that's actually like a documented scientific cluster, please let us know, because that's actually quite interesting. Because we actually couldn't find it.
Yeah, we searched for a little while and we couldn't find anything that is confirmed. We
found all about Greek god Helios and stuff like that, but nothing about like the Helios cluster as in a star formation or a group of stars.
No.
But as we said, it's been confirmed by N7 Day, it's been confirmed by the E3 and N7 trailers, it's been confirmed by the blogs, it's been confirmed by basically everyone that it's been called Andromeda, so it's definitely going to take place there.
Yes.
So that's easy. That was point number 1, which is a big point. Number 2 was, the quote is, you are a Pathfinder, a combat-trained but untested explorer. So what we took from that quote was the term Pathfinder, I think, was quite important, and the fact that you're meant to be untested. You're untested at that point.
Yes.
So we said it's still to be confirmed if whether you're a Pathfinder, but there is evidence, including the BioWare t-shirts that came out, which the cast and the devs and all them people have been wearing, the Pathfinder logo. Also, we had the quote from Mac Walters saying that the new game will look at more of a hero's journey, how you will become a legend, and what it takes to get there. So it kind of seems to allude to whoever you're playing isn't going to be a badass straight out of the gate like Shepard, but someone who's going to have to work into becoming someone who's more of a hero. So kind of confirming this point of being someone who's untested yet. So what we call this, a single confirmed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be definitely going down the Pathfinder route purely because they've been wearing t-shirts in many different photos and things like that. And also the Pathfinder logo, which is on that shirt, is also on the main website for the game now as well. So that seems to be confirmed in that sense, but nothing's been officially confirmed by the studio themselves. So
So the Remnant, which is supposedly the ancient race of aliens and their technology we're looking for, this is completely unconfirmed. There's been no mention of what alien races are going to actually be in the Andromeda Galaxy. What we did take as a point is the fact that they're called the Remnant rather than like the Reapers, where the Reapers isn't plural, whereas the Remnant is like more of like a singular term. Yeah. But there is obviously concept art of like possible ruins, things like that. So maybe that part of maybe searching for ancient technology is possibly alluded to, but again, it's still very much unconfirmed at this point.
Yeah.
The next point was number 5, and it was improving your leg armor to allow you to jetpack jump. And we like this one because it's still to be confirmed whether crafting is going to be part of the game, but the E3 trailer does show a jetpack jump.
Yes. On 2 different occasions.
On 2 different occasions. So I guess, again, this is another thing where you're like, well, it's possibly that, unless it's just garnishing for a trailer to make it look, you know, like, see, like, to kind of show that there's, like, some kind of a bit more flair into the trailer. But yeah, I think that everything in that trailer is probably going to be capable for you to actually do in the game. So we like this quote. Number 6 was, you will recruit 7 distinct crew members, which is, we're assuming, means the companion characters that you're going to have along with you.
Yeah.
And we've marked this as completely to be confirmed. We have no idea. We have no idea. I don't think they've announced anything about companions as of yet.
No.
At all.
It seems to very much go down the route of Mass Effect 2 as well. You're physically going out recruiting these people for a specific mission kind of thing. Whereas we've seen nothing of that yet. The only thing we've seen any squad mate was in the original trailer, where you've seen a human female and a Krogan with you. Concept art have shown at least another person or Krogan or another alien race with you, but it's way too early to tell. Nothing's been confirmed.
Number 7 was a point you kind of covered on earlier on. Your Krogan squad mate, Drac. Now, again, we have no idea of any of the names of any of the companions. We see a Krogan, but we don't know whether the Krogan's actually going to be our companion, because he was with that N7 character who's apparently not our protagonist. But there has been, obviously, an E3 trailer, the conceptual prototype, even some of the artwork shows a Krogan prominently in the content. So it looks like there's definitely going to be a Krogan or many Krogans.
Yeah.
So, Krogans! I love Krogans. Are like one of my favorite races in the Mass Effect universe. I'm so glad there's at least going to be at least one Krogan.
Yeah.
8 was basically a kind of a joint section that we kind of put all together because we didn't want to break them all into different points, but it was all the points about strike teams, the horde mode, multiplayer of any sort, vault raids, the kit outposts, establishing settlements. They're all completely unconfirmed as far as we can tell. There's been no evidence in anything that's come out so far that seems to say that this is, you know, confirmed to be in the actual game.
Yeah. They have.
I don't even.
Sorry, they have confirmed they're working on multiplayer of some kind.
Yeah.
But nothing detail-wise.
Nothing specific.
No.
And this leak seems to like kind of hint to a lot of like side activities, like your horde mode and your raids. There's like different types. There's elite raids, like vault raids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which seems to be obviously I don't think Mass Effect ever had anything like that you could kind of like have.
No.
There's obviously you're like in Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect 2 they had like your side things that you could do. So they had the ones with the hammerhead that you could kind of go out in Mass Effect 2 and like go and do those like what were they called? I can't remember now. But in Mass Effect 3 they also had the N7 missions that you could do.
Yeah.
In to pick up points, but all this stuff has just not been actually spoken about yet. But I think that'll be all kind of very much later into the development.
Yeah.
They'll start talking about this kind of stuff. So let's move on. Number 9 was action-based choices, which was kind of referencing more like the ability to use Paragon Renegade in a more of a kind of like immersive way into the conversation. So if someone really pissed you off, if you decide to do a Renegade option, it might be, instead of just like wisecracking or, you know, kind of like insulting them, a more physical action would be maybe you punch them or you actually take a blade and push up their neck, kind of like in Mass Effect 2 when Shepard throws that guy out the window. So again, there's not been much evidence on this, but the one thing we can say is that there was that mocap image of a guy being like hoisted by another guy. So it does kind of look like there's more physicality, and if they're using that much mocap, then maybe there's more physicality into the actions and maybe into the conversations, which is exciting because that's the next step up for Renegade and Paragon. I wonder what Paragon would be then, if it's like really physical.
Giving him a kiss.
They just start
compared to
making
dangling him off a ledge, then I imagine that'd be a pretty weird opposite.
So, turn my paper around. So number 10 was the quote, solar systems that are seamlessly connected. Now, we kind of thought this maybe meant the fast travel between solar systems. And shown in the E3 trailer, there is some sort of like FTL or wormhole capabilities. And even seeing that kind of galaxy map when he seems to click the button and it seems to kind of show that your character is kind of like being like kind of channeled to the next place. Kind of does seem to show that there's kind of like a more of a quicker way to travel around this universe than just jump into a mass relay.
Yeah, we briefly discussed it in a previous video, I think.
Yes, we did.
In regards to that particular point where, like, in the original trailer, you click on the map and there's these, it very much looks like these connected pathways to different planets or galaxies or whatever. And at this particular point, it just, while it's not been confirmed completely, it does seem to back it up. So, yeah. Which is interesting.
Which is good. I mean, if it means that like it allows them probably to make the universe or like the universe of Mass Effect Andromeda a little bit bigger, because if you're not spending ages trying to get to places, then obviously the game feels a bit more seamless. So we'll move on to point 11, which was the last important point we kind of took from the leak, which were two basic kind of like buzzwords, Tempest and Mako. So Tempest is completely unconfirmed. We have no idea if we have a ship, first of all, which we're probably going to have a ship, and what the ship's called. We did see that kind of ship in the N7 teaser trailer, but everyone kind of thinks it's possibly going to be the Ark.
They assume that's the Ark, and
there'll be a ship, maybe an offshoot of that ship.
Yeah, like say there'll be a smaller like a ship that docks with that one, maybe like similar to Normandy, but you know, it's just smaller so they can go off the station kind of thing. Yeah. But not been confirmed as to whether that's called Tempest or not.
And we've not even seen that yet. No. Mako is completely confirmed. I've written that in capital letters with loads of exclamation marks and being like completely confirmed. It they have shown concept art of that thing. They've shown it in trailers.
Mako all over the place.
They even showed that dev playing a part of the Mako. Yeah. We know it can be driven, but we don't know about customization, which was something that is in the leak.
Yes.
It says that there's going to be customization of the Mako, customization of the ship. You can stick paintings in the ship, things like that, which is all completely unconfirmed at this point. I don't know. Yeah. It's so far away, we don't probably know anything about. So that's all the points from the leak that we thought were kind of like important, and we wanted to kind of see whether they'd actually been confirmed yet, like purposely or unpurposely by BioWare yet. So there are quite a few points that we think have kind of been confirmed, but not completely. There's only one point in that entire thing that has definitely been confirmed, and that's, or two, Andromeda and Mako.
Yes,
that's all that's actually been confirmed. Everything else is maybe.
Yeah, there's evidence. There's evidence to support the other claims, but it's not like the most concrete of evidence. It's very vague. If it was to stand up in a court of law, it wouldn't. But,
no. It's way more past probable cause, I think.
Circumstantial was the word I'm looking for.
It's really circumstantial.
Yeah. So it's there. There's like little tips and teasers there, but nothing anywhere near concrete at this point. Which 8 months. Is it about 8 months? February, or was it April that it leaked?
I think it was April,
March, April, something like that.
I think we think it was April, because then everyone was really hyped for it, because then obviously E3 was June, so then like they were all like, oh my god, all this information.
But so like from April till now, which is heading towards the end of November, we've had a couple of trailers, we've had a bunch of concept art, and devs working on the game behind the scenes, and obviously on 7-day. But there's still not a lot known about it, so this leak hasn't really been confirmed. We know that people have said like, "Oh, this leak's been 100% confirmed." Not at all. There's a lot of detail in that leak, and like you can say that there is evidence to support a lot of the stuff in there. But like you said, there's only two bits that have really been solidly confirmed, which is the fact that the game's set in the Andromeda galaxy because it's called Mass Effect Andromeda, and the fact that there is a Mako because they've been showing off that Mako like God knows what since even before they properly announced the game.
In the box art, like Mass Effect 1's box art, and it was like Shepard, and then there was like Saren in the background, there was Ashley. Yeah, so like this box art is gonna be like whoever, like, Ryder, and there's gonna be a Mako with the front. I guess we'll find out very soon if the leak is actually true.
Hopefully.
So yeah, so that's it.
But there you go. So that's it. So let us know what you think in the comments below. Of course, thank you very much for listening and watching. And you can always subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all things Mass Effect. And you can always help the channel to grow by sharing the video too. Again, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again very, very soon.